And over here we have DaVinci Resolve 15 at the Blackmagic booth at NAB 2018. DaVinci Resolve 15 is probably the biggest update we've ever had for DaVinci Resolve. The biggest ticket item is that we've completely integrated Fusion into DaVinci Resolve. So Fusion is now a tab within DaVinci Resolve. Right now, as we release the first public beta this week, which is available for download right now on Mac, Linux, and PC, it's important to know that with Fusion, we're dealing with a 12 to 18 month roadmap until we have complete integration where Fusion in Resolve is just as powerful and just as fast as it is as a standalone product. The same thing with Fairlight last year. When we first integrated Fairlight, we said pretty much the same thing, and now with Resolve 15, we've arrived with Fairlight ready for professional work. So when it comes to the folks at home who are existing Fusion users, we're going to continue to support Fusion 9. Don't want you guys to worry about that, and we'll let you know when it's totally safe to switch over to Resolve 15 100%. Having said that, being able to just edit your timeline, hover over a clip, hop over to the Fusion page and just have Fusion open instantly is really phenomenal. You can do all of your motion graphics, your vector-based paint, your 2D and 3D compositing, and essentially all of your visual effects right there in Fusion. Hop back over to the edit page and continue editing. If you want to, you can hop over to the color page, you can color correct a comp, and just keep clicking back and forth between editing, color, effects, and audio, and finishing and delivery, all from one app without having to conform in or out of any other software platform. I was speaking about Fairlight before, and Fairlight did get a huge performance enhancement this year for 15. One of the biggest enhancements in the Fairlight page is the ability to have a fixed playhead, so your media will scroll past you as is requested from professional sound designers and engineers. Additionally, we have access to sound libraries now. So if you don't want a big bloated project, you don't want to have to import the tens of thousands of audio clips you might encounter over the course of a career. So what we have is the ability to access sound libraries as databases. So what you can do is simply import a sound library, and you can search for tag-based metadata or clip names to bring those audio clips up. And you can rate them, you can preview them, and then import them independently into your project. We also have a really great brand new ADR tool set in the Fairlight page in DaVinci Resolve. So for dialogue replacement, you can import a simple CSV file with timecode information, character information, and dialogue information. You import that, you set your recording track, you can set video streamers, in points, out points, pre-roll, post-roll. You pop out the video viewer if you want a larger view, and you can keep continuously recording proper ADR tracks, and then you can audition them against each other to decide which one's the best for your project. Additionally, we integrated our 3D pan system. We had a 2D pan tool before. We finally got our 3D pan tool in, which we're really excited about. And those are some of the brand new features on the Fairlight page. On the edit page, as you'll see right behind me, we have stacked timelines. So now we have timeline tabs as well as stacked timelines. So I could have as many timelines open at the same time as I want to. Also, if I want to copy and paste media between timelines, instead of having to open a timeline, copy, open in a different timeline, paste it, I can simply drag and drop items and clips and media between timelines automatically. Really fast, really responsive. Additionally, we have closed captioning and subtitle support in DaVinci Resolve 14. I can make my own subtitles and closed captions from scratch, or I can import an industry standard SRT file. The SRT file will have all the timecode drop in exactly as is needed, and then I can go ahead and I can edit the text, I can edit the timecode in and out, and I can manipulate the text just as I can any other text file, font, shape, color, spacing, all that stuff. When you go to export a project with closed captioning or subtitles, you can choose to bake them into the video, you can choose to export a separate SRT or web VTT file, or you can add as embedded captions. On the color page, we got a lot of enhancements as well, pardon me. We have a brand new LUT browser, which allows users to hover over lookup tables and have an instant preview in the viewer before they decide to select a LUT for their clip or for their timeline. We have a brand new shared nodes tool where you can color grade a node, save it as a shared node, and every other clip that has that shared node, as soon as you change it, it'll ripple to every other clip that has that shared node. So you'll spend a lot less time worrying about grouping, and you have a lot more freedom to kind of bend your shared color grade workflow. Additionally, we have brand new support for Dolby Vision in HDR10. I shouldn't say brand new, we've supported all of the HDR workflows and standards for a long time now, but we have these brand new Dolby Vision and HDR tabs built right into the color page in DaVinci Resolve. And we're happy to say that every single DaVinci Resolve Studio user now has Dolby Vision's CMU built right into the software that's GPU accelerated. So what you'll get for free is a all-encompassing automatic trim pass using Dolby's technology. And if you want an individual clip trim pass, you'll have to go ahead and contact them for a license about that. Also on the Deliver page, we have brand new IMF support for encoding and decoding in Kakadu JPEG 2000. So if you're sharing to Netflix or any other finishing system that requires IMF files, we now have direct IMF encoding and decoding. Additionally, you can use Kakadu JPEG 2000 to make your own unencrypted DCPs, which we're really excited about. DaVinci Resolve really brings a platform where you truly can edit, do your effects, color, mix your audio, and finish all on the same app. The most important part about it is that you can work in each of those pages at the highest level possible that each of those jobs would demand. So if you have DaVinci Resolve Studio, feel free to upgrade for free to our version 15 beta. If you don't have the paid version, use the free version. And if you'd like to buy it, it's available for $2.99. And you can download the public beta right now for DaVinci Resolve 15 on Mac, PC, or Linux at our website, www.blackmagicdesign.com.